Hello and welcome everyone to a very special episode of the Still Sane podcast. I am your host, Talkative Try, and I am here with one of the highest energy creators I've ever had the joy of watching. Barricade, wow. How are you doing today, my man?
I'm good.
Oh,
somber, you know what I mean? I'm always good, dude. No, I'm great. Thank you. We're just talking before the start. Happy to be here. Lucky to be here. I appreciate the opportunity. Big shout out to you for doing this. Big shout out to the community for allowing it. And anybody that got us here, we appreciate you. It's not a one-way show, right? Hell yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. And he's standing. He's putting me to shame right now. Okay. I feel like I
need
to
exercise
stand up.
Though. Don't bullshit. You work out 4 days a week. I 3 to 4 myself. So like, you know, you gotta take care of the pyramid, right? You gotta do, you know this.
Plus, I stand all day. I stand all day. Okay, at my standing desk.
You stand all day.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a standing desk. I do not sit down all day.
So like when you're not like going ham, like trying to think about what you're gonna do after work. What are you doing at work? Tell me about talking to Try at work. What are we doing? All right.
I don't think this has made it to a core podcast episode, so I'll go into it.
Okay,
I'm a director of paid media. Okay, so I do a few different things, high level.
Okay.
I have 8 direct reports. Okay, so I'm a manager in a sense. So I'm like a people leader. Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably, unfortunately, the lowest percentage of my job. The majority of my time, I'm planning media budgets and ad campaigns for clients, okay? I work in the trucking and warehouse industry, and I help drivers get jobs. So I'm managing
like logistics stuff?
Logistics.
Got you.
Yes, I work in logistics. Okay. So,
well, thank you for doing that, because we need our shit to arrive on time, okay? So thanks for doing your job well. That's true. Yeah. So I used to do graphic design. I used to do graphic design, and I was an art director, so I knew about managing people, and I was kind of lurking in your channel, and I had to fire somebody, and it sucks. But the thing is, they didn't fulfill the role well, so you're setting them off for life in the right way because it wasn't fitting, you know, and it sucks. It doesn't feel good. And I was there with you. I was like, yeah, it's a bad feeling, man, but you got to do it. It's for the betterment of that person, right? So yeah, how'd it go? Yeah,
betterment of the person, betterment of the team. I think that's another super important thing, because when you're on a big team of people, when one person is kind of suffering, the entire team suffers. So it just had to be done. It went as well as it could have gone, right? I still feel slimy.
Did you do it on a Friday? Was it a Friday?
It was a Friday. It was a Friday.
It's always the Friday. It's always the Friday.
Always the Friday, man. It feels bad. It does feel bad. So
yeah. But
it's over now, and I'm feeling a little bit better, and I hope they're doing well. Like, I'm always there to support them in their future ventures and everything, you know. But it is tough.
I do know. Yeah.
It is tough.
Yeah. The monkey's off your back. Bigger and brighter things, right?
100%.
That's a good way to be. Yeah.
100%.
Sweet deal, man. Hell yeah.
Speaking of things that are off our back, man, the community reception to this patch, dude. Path of Exile 2. Finally, you know, it has some green pastures ahead. It was a little bit of a rocky patch there with 0.2, but with 0.3, people generally have been having fun. I'm curious, how was your league start? Have you been having a good time?
Yeah, so League Start was amazing. It's the first one I've actually got a chance to get into at League Start. I was always doing something when GGG put out the big update for Early Access, so I was so happy to be a part of the team, the community going, you know, against the content. So it's been a lot of fun. Like many people I'm sure listening or watching, yeah, I'm losing a lot of sleep. I'm not going to apologize for it. I don't like sleeping knowing that I'm missing out on drops. So I want to be a part of that too. I am in a trade league, and I'm like trying to share my gear with people and my knowledge with people and like any kind of currency I can, because not everybody gets a chance to play. So I've been just burning the candle on both ends, doing Sekima runs, just trying to get Ascension for people so that mom or dad or whatever who has like an hour can have all their Ascension points. And I'm good to know, like, I made you a little bit stronger so it's easier. That's what I've been doing. I'm addicted, man. I'm addicted to Trial of Sekima runs, and it's so sick. It's just so much fun. So yeah, love it. Loving it. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the big things that I notice when I tune into your streams is that you're always helping either new players or, like you said, players that don't have a lot of time. What made you like lean into that? You just like helping people, or?
Dude, you know, it's hard to put a pin on that. Like, I feel like there's not another way to do it for me. Like, it's not so much about the content creation thing. It's just me. I just can't sit there and enjoy like crafting gear when someone can't even get it. It's like, why can't we all just get some of that gear? You know, it doesn't feel right. It feels like an imbalance that I have a position that I could help you. So I'm just going to help you, you know, and there's no questions about it. And then that person gets stronger, and then they help people, and we all just pay it forward, and we're all the better for it. So like, why not? Why not?
Yeah, it's like a snowball effect. I see that happening, and it's just awesome. I love it. So cool, man. Now with the Trial of the Second, so you're farming Trial of the Second. What build are you doing this on? What have you decided to play?
Okay, so let's talk about the start. Okay, it's start of the league. So we're all going. I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll. I got the Folgers Columbia grade coffee crystals ready. I'm all set. I got my sleep. I'm good to go. Bam. I hit with a leveling build. It's going to be Hollow Palm Technique, Gemling Legionnaire, because I'm going to go Flicker Strike, and the additional effects from quality or multiplicative damage. And I'm like, oh hell yeah! Like this is what I want to do. And then the 11th hour, GGG drops the hammer and changes the way Stomping Ground would work in the new patch. And I was like, oh my God. So now it's not scaling off strength, but weapon power. And that kind of nerfed my whole leveling strategy. So L. And so that didn't really work out. So I started a second character. To answer your question, I'm now on a Blood Mage Spark character is what I'm using. And I'm running Trial of Sekimas to get those Grand Spectrum Rubies to get max life that never seem to drop. But that's okay because I got to carry people because they could use the help too. So everybody's winning, right? So Blood Mage Spark is ridiculous nuts. Like I'm pulling 8 million DPS in Trial of Sekimas on Cold Infused Spark. It's nuts. And I would implore anybody to try that build. If you just want something, hold down right click and full send it. This build does that with some investment. It's chef's kiss, dude. It's really, really fun. Like super good. Addicting, yeah.
Awesome. And
how about you?
I think you have a guide up on your channel for that too, right? I think I saw that pop up.
I do have a guide. It's kind of like, it's difficult because you have to teach people how to get into that. Like, so when I do build guides, it's not just for me and this is what I did. It's like, let's talk about what a community member, someone just getting the Path of Exile would need to know to get into it. So we level Essence Drain Contagion so they get that spellcaster feel. Then at like level 72, way later after they beat the campaign, then they get in that Elemental Spark window, which is like Edziri's Acuity, Choir of the Storm stuff. So they're starting to get elemental damage. And then we flip it with the new stuff with lineage supports and like Tech Rod, the unique Tech Rod Timeless Jewel. And then it's like,
yeah,
it's just jokes. So
yeah, very important part, especially for beginners. Yeah, if you have a lot of people in your stream, beginners, feeding them into YouTube and making sure that content is still curated, it's so important. Because a lot of people do forget we have a lot of fresh faces coming into Path of Exile 2, and they do not have the breadth of knowledge, not only just for like Path of Exile 1, but any ARPGs. So many people, this is their first ARPG because it hit such a wide net. It's kind of like Diablo 4, I feel like, where that hit such a wide net. I think even Pee-wee hit people who didn't play Diablo 4, and it's like their first ARPG, and they have no idea what the expectations are. They don't know leveling builds. They don't know what, like swapping your build at level 90. What the hell is that? You swap a build at level 90?
You played other ARPGs, right? So like imagine the privilege of getting into Path of Exile 2, never touching the genre before. Like, holy crap, like this game's something else, right? That's why you're losing sleep. Because now you got bit with that virus. It's like, it's just so good.
Yeah. Everybody who I've introduced is losing sleep so far over this league, and I love it.
I mean, it's not entirely like it's not sublime. There are things to fix. We'll talk about that. It's true. Nothing's perfect, but if you try to make the game for everybody, you'll make it for nobody. So the vision, right? Right? It's like, so what I'm getting, I like. But there's other things I would like to change, and it's like, and we'll talk about that. But overall, hell yeah, 030 was basically another take on the game, kind of like all the gems, support gems and stuff. Like if you've never played it, you don't care about that. But if you were kind of following the narrative, not a tourist, then you kind of get it. It was like, I got to throw one in, that's it. And then it's like, we all love it, right? So it's been really, really fun for me. Yeah.
That's been something. Losing sleep. Yeah, losing sleep. That's been something I've been grappling with. And to answer your question, Hollow Palm Technique, dude, Ice Strike, most fun I've had in the game. It just, the feel of it. I'm a feel-based player. Like if it feels good, I love it. And it's been feeling really darn good. I'm almost level 94. I've been streaming longer, like I said, losing sleep, playing a bunch. I also have like a character I'm playing duo with my brother. We're both playing Rangers.
See, that's hot shit, man. I love that. The fact that you get to play with your family that slays together, stays together. You guys are communicating. The game's bringing you together. You're literally slapping a bell and he's helping. Like that's ideal. That's fantastic, man. I'm so happy for you guys. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's super, super fun. My dad, he's playing as well. My wife is playing in the little time she gets. I think she's almost to the interludes right now. So we'll see. Pee-wee 2 still going strong. In 5 years, we'll have, maybe my daughters will be playing. It'll be super fun. I'm excited for that.
I tried that. It did not work for me. I hope it works for you. Yeah.
Didn't catch?
No. She likes other games. It's fine. So I have one daughter.
Okay.
I'm 41. She's 21. So I had her really early in life. And so she's into art. Nah, she played it. I bring her in live on stream, but it's not her main passion. Her passion is artwork and stuff. So
it's nice she tried it.
Didn't fall. Yeah, it didn't fall far from the tree, but she tried it. I had a redeem on my channel where if people spent enough points, you would force her to come play hardcore for like half an hour. And she did so good. She was beating bosses. Nobody else was like, they were struggling too. Like people who play ARPGs, but my daughter got in there and they call her Bettercade instead of Barricade because she's just so much better. It's like,
that's amazing.
Oh yeah. She has the skill, just use it, you know? So it's been awesome.
Right. Yeah. Hey, when they first started testing out PoE 2, they found that fascinating observation that people who had never played were doing better than historic Path of Exile 1 or former ARPG players. But you got to showcase that live on stream.
Yeah, and they said the same thing in Elden Ring, like the Dark Souls games, right? Yep. Your first attempt is your best attempt, and then you just go through the hundreds of deaths for some reason. I wonder if there's a correlation there. I wonder what that is.
Maybe, dude. Hey, you know what? I tried Elden Ring, dude. It was my first Souls game that I've ever tried to play, okay?
Same, yeah.
Terrible at how did you do? I was terrible at it.
I am an Elden Lord. I crushed that shit.
Oh yeah, man.
High skill.
High skill gamer. I am not high skilled.
No, not even. No. Go ahead.
It's tough. It's tough. You're the better kid in this scenario because I couldn't even beat a boss. It was bad. I couldn't. I was stuck at that night camp. You run out of the starting area.
Another one.
You turn left.
Yeah.
Just same wavelength, right? And there's this guy with a pike, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill this guy with the pike. And then I'm stuck there for 3 hours, and then I never want to play again. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell you, like, so one of the things I fell in love with Path of Exile 1 was the bosses. It's like, I'm from Diablo. Like, Diablo 2 is like my roots. I played so much Diablo 2, and that's kind of like where the stream started for me and stuff. But when I got into Elden Ring, it's like, holy shit, these have really intricate boss fights, and I love this. Like, I love losing to a boss so I could figure it out. And ultimately, I try to, like, parry the boss or like do the mechanic right and learn it. And that's what I think I love most about the Elden Ring series was learning the boss mechanics. And that's kind of iterated to like the Path of Exile 1 thing. You got to learn the boss mechanics. Same with Path of Exile 2. If you learn those, it's just, you appreciate it so much better.
Definitely.
But anyway, yeah. We can go off on a diatribe about that one. Yeah.
Well, I'm curious because my problem with the game, and this might be such a almost petulant, like childish, okay? My problem with the Elden Ring games is the camera. The way that the camera like controls itself, or you have to control. I get like motion sickness. I don't know what I'm looking at. So I feel like if I could master that element, I would love them because it's the same thing. I love the intricacies of boss fights and figuring out the mechanics and everything, but the camera screws me every time.
So like you got to get good, not going to lie, but here's the thing. I will team up with you so that you have time to get good. You learn that camera, I'll take care of the things so you can like enjoy the grass and then pull your camera way up and move around and like figure it out. I'll be there with you. I'll make sure you're comfortable coming.
But it is like, a skill issue.
It's a skill issue. It's a skill issue. Yeah.
Okay, well,
some people play with their feet, man, on like a dance pad. Like you have to get that camera down, you know? You just have to. So
complete skill issue. Okay, well,
you'll get it.
I will give it. See, I'll one day, you know, when maybe my kids go on a little family trip, I can't go. I have to work. After work, I'll just sit down. I'll play Elden Ring, and I will figure it out. It's the same thing. I always promise everybody I'm going to play Baldur's Gate 3. I still haven't played it.
I will never play that. Yeah, I won't play that either. It's too slow. We don't have enough time. It's too slow. Yeah.
See, I was a big lover of BG1, BG2. That's like my first game that I ever played was Baldur's Gate 1 with my dad. I feel like I have to play it, but I haven't been able to play it.
That. Did you ever play like a Dragon's Age game? You ever get into that?
I've never played Dragon's Age, but before they made Dragon's Age and what is it, Mass Effect, they made Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, or just Neverwinter Nights 1. I played so much NW1, dude.
Same.
Yep.
So, dude, I had that. I have videos on my PC to this day of me playing the Rogue or whatever, 3v1ing people in PvP. I loved that game. It was so good. On your horse, jumping on rooftops and stuff in the city. I was like, this game slaps. Like, what the hell? How come no one's talking about this game? It's like, was it a pay to win thing? I learned later. I didn't care at the time. I was just loving the game. But
are you talking about Neverwinter or Neverwinter Nights 1?
I'm talking about Neverwinter Nights.
Neverwinter Nights. That definitely wasn't pay to win. There were all the persistent worlds. That's like the mini MMOs and everything. I love that. Hey,
love that game.
Maybe we battled at one point because I did PvP on some servers too.
I got crushed by somebody. Maybe it was you. No, it must have been you. Yeah, that's the game you killed. Yeah.
Yeah, that game. Yeah. I wish that we could go back to that era of game where player-driven content was at, like, I feel like an all-time high because the devs gave all the tools to players to make literally their own games inside this engine and host them. Oh, it was so cool, man. I loved it.
We have some games that do that now. I'm not going to name them because they suck, like really, really not good for the games industry. But like, yes, I agree with you. Like really bad.
Right.
But I agree. Like it's hard. It's hard because like, well, how old are you? Do you mind sharing? How old are you?
28.
Oh, dude, we have such a gap. So I was like, early on, the stuff I've played before you were even gaming was like helping me nowadays appreciate the mechanics. Right. I kind of get what the games. So like, I have all that library of stuff of games and stuff. So yes, if your first game was Baldur's Gate, what a difference! Like you must have just. I can't even imagine like what your gaming knowledge curve is like compared to mine. Like we talked about this in my stream. Like I grew up playing Street Fighter 2, like Super Street Fighter 2, right? We played on what it was like a Jaguar. I never had one of those. Sega Genesis. Like these are like ancient systems to you, but we wanted to play like King of Monsters and shit on these games. And it's like you finally get a chance, and it's like holy, what a different experience.
Yeah.
But you're like already on PC. Like you're just
PC,
you're there.
PC
Master Race.
GameCube. PS2. I didn't play a lot of PS2 games though. Like people are shocked to hear like I've never played Final Fantasy X and all these classic.
Did you play 7 though?
Okay, here you go. I've never played any Final Fantasy games.
That's fine. There's people like you.
I haven't. I haven't.
Play.
And then
did you play Legend of the Dragoon though?
No Legend of the Dragoon.
Final Fantasy Tactics?
No Tactics. No
did you play,
Zelda.
Like, Tomb Raider?
No Tomb Raider, dude. So that's the thing. I got hooked on.
Did you own the PlayStation? Or did you? How did you get the PlayStation? Okay. Tell me about it. What
PlayStation 2. I remember the games I played were almost exclusively Spyro. Okay.
Oh, Spyro. Okay, yeah. Okay.
3 Spyro entries. Then I played. There was a Godzilla game on the PS2, which was awesome.
Never touched it.
It was excellent. Yep. And then there was a Revenge of the Sith game. That was also excellent, alongside a Lord of the Rings game. Probably the best Lord of the Rings game of all time. I think it was literally just called Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. And you're playing through the movie, but the combat, the scenes, all put together so well.
And you were like Gandalf cutting through the White City and stuff, right?
Yep.
I played this game. This game is the same.
You play.
Yeah. See, your library of games you've interacted with are still supremely fantastic. Okay, so you're doing fine.
Thank goodness. The other thing, but I do feel like I became a mono gamer.
Holy shit.
I missed a lot of stuff. For example, like for the longest time, I only played Path of Exile 1, right? Like I missed out on a whole bunch of excellent games that came out. And then it was happening with PoE 2. And the first game to really break through this year was Clair Obscur. So many people were talking about it, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. It was a late night one night. I decided, it was on sale for 10% off. I'm going to just buy it. I'm going to try it. Oh my God. I'm like, what have I been missing all my life? Do I need to go back and play all these excellent games again?
It's that good. I didn't play it. I didn't do it.
It is turn-based. Okay, but I've never played a turn-based game. Dude,
sure.
The story is incredible. The gameplay is incredible. Just everything is, I loved it. I cannot recommend it enough.
I feel like at this stage, this is the old guy talk. At this stage of my life, it's like I don't think I have time to listen to story in video games. I got people to follow up with. I got content to create. I got schedules. You know what I'm saying? You understand this. It's like I would listen to the story if it was recorded and I could listen to it 4x fast like I talk, then okay. But it's like until that, I don't have the cycles, management. I don't have the cycles, the sprints to make it happen. It's like, damn. So I guess I just miss out, and I'll live vicariously through my community members that enjoy it, and like people like yourself that tell me it's awesome.
You are so right, man. I'm on the same wavelength as you. I feel the same way, which is that is how I operate in real life. That is why I was so shocked at how I'm sitting here on my PC, right, and I'm just enamored with the story, and I have to watch it. And the thing is too, and I know I'm not going to convince you, but it's only like 20 hours. It's not a Baldur's Gate 3 where it's a 75, 80-hour game. It's like 20 hours, probably shorter for you if you're a god. Sounds like you're a god, Barricade. Probably 15 hours.
I'm not anything close to that, but sure.
It's quick. Like it's crisp. It's not like, oh, well, you got to go down and grind this and then you got to figure out all the... No, it's linear, but it's just so well told, and the gameplay is good. So and the soundtrack is incredible. I've been listening to the soundtrack nonstop. My children know the songs. My wife knows the songs. We were on the road trip to Ohio this weekend, and what were we blasting? Une Vie Te Mère. Oh my gosh, just the music is great.
I'll take your advice. I'll take your word for that. Sure, yeah.
It's good. I know I won't be able to commit. Okay. Longest tangent of all time, but it was well worth it.
Yeah, but good.
Worth it. Yeah. Well worth it. Okay, so what were we chatting about before? Okay, so 0.3, good. Playing lots of Trial of Secima, helping out new players. I'm curious. You were mentioning, we could talk a little bit about the woes of PoE2 right now. I'm curious from your perspective, what are some of those big problems? And you know what? I mean, we can talk about it or we cannot. But performance is like, guys, performance is terrible. GGG does not want performance to be bad. They're going to try to fix it as soon as possible. Like, I think we all universally agree that performance issues are bad. So
it's an early access product. Like, why would you spend dev cycles on efficiency when you're constantly deploying updates to like make the game base there so you can improve? I don't understand. Like, help me understand that. Tell me how that is.
So great.
There's an acceptable level of standard of excellence, and then there's like what you're going to get when it releases, right? So why is that the same? It shouldn't be. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is just my cynical perspective. Cynical perspective. They are treating it like a full access game, right? They're selling supporter packs. They have an MTX store, right? They're doing the full. We're going on tour to release this expansion. So I feel like they should also treat performance woes like they're a real concern, right? Or if they want to treat it like that and be like, it's an early access game, be so upfront with the fact that performance is terrible right now. Here's how you can exactly report your issues. Because you know what? I'm very disappointed that they really haven't pushed that. They have been very silent on the massive issues that have been occurring this league from people who have never had the issues like myself. I'm very privileged. I never crashed before this league. My performance was excellent. And this league has been so bad. And my eyes are like open, like, if that's the case, like have a form dedicated, have it plastered on like the launch screen saying, here, if you're having performance issues, give us your breakdown. We're working on fixing it ASAP. That's not happening. You almost
see like construction tape all over, like, we know.
Something. I don't know. It's been a little uncanny because they're always so open. They've been very quiet this league. Very quiet.
So I'm not doing their job. I don't really know what I could tell you there, but all I can say is I haven't been crashing. I'm sorry that you are. I just don't really crash. Maybe it's a Canadian server thing. Come on over. We got lots of room. Who knows? I don't know. I do hear like, here's the problems that I know about. You have a really slapping build. You're juicing your maps. This is more for the end game kind of connoisseur than it is for the new player. I think a new player experience outside of disconnects, and I don't know everything. This is just what I hear. So I'm kind of like iterating through others' experience, right? The new player doesn't have too much issues until they hit Abyss because it's overtuned, whatever. But the disconnect thing, I can't solve that. I don't know what that is. But in the end game, so now you're mapping, you beat the campaign, you have a feeling what the game is, you're juicing, you're putting emotions in your maps, you're putting abyssal content on there, you're 3-4 towers in, and every monster's T-posing. And you're like, what the hell is this? I can't see anything. And then you disconnect. And then your drops are gone. It's like, that should never happen. I would imagine, in like the perfect world, right? It's like the garden. It's like, I think you have the acceptable level of efficiency where the build like that can still operate within reason. Is that too much to expect? I don't think so. I think that's your game. You should be able to manage that a bit. I think it's unrealistic to expect it out the gate though, because they got to get this out the door every 4 months or else the community's going to light a fire like you wouldn't believe, right? You said 4 months. Where's that 4 months? Like, you know what I mean? What happens if they're a day late? You tell me what happens, right?
Yeah.
You're in the news cycle. You tell me what happens if they're a day late. What happens?
It's a firestorm. It's an absolute firestorm.
T-pose. So you get a T-pose. You just get a T-pose. So that's a problem. Performance issues for sure. I think that's absolutely one of the big things. I think the balancing thing is a big issue. I think a lot of your other guests have also mentioned the same kind of things I have problems with in the game. I don't like monsters with invincibility frames, iframes. I don't like that a light moray or whatever it's called in the Abyss can swipe around and I can't kill it. I think that's killing people. That's a problem. Little things like that, like the rough edges, right? That's where I've got a big problem with the game is the rough edges. But what are you gonna do? It's like it's early access. It's even though you're saying they're treating it like a game, it's early access. They kind of get that pass. Look at it this way, right? Let me ask you, would you take the game in early access as it is, or would you still be waiting for them to let you play it when it comes out? Which one would you take?
Easily.
You take it as it is.
Easily take it as it is.
Because you don't want to sleep.
Yeah, I hate sleep. Sleep sucks, honestly. No, I think they've been doing a great job with it thus far, especially this patch. I think I think internally they're going on. They're having some restructuring happening right now. I really think so. I think so, personally, with the whole PoE 1, PoE 2 stuff. And I think 2026 is going to be an interesting year. These are all baseless speculations, but I think that's what they're.
Why are you speculating? What's making you say this? Why do you think 2026 is going to be a big year? You think they're going to have 2 dedicated teams for each product? Is that what you think?
I think so. I think they're going to have 2 dedicated teams for each product with like a 75-25 split. I think that they're going to be extremely aggressive with the release cycles, and I think that they're going to aim for that full release before it's ready for Path of Exile 2. But they're gonna make sure it's as polished as possible. That's my speculation.
And then we kind of refine from there. Okay, got you. Okay.
Like 7-8 months ago, and this, once again, total speculation, but I'm on LinkedIn, right? Because I'm a professional. And Grinding Gear Games opened up 2 positions for senior producers at Grinding Gear Games, which is very interesting. I was like, I know what a producer in a movie is. What's a producer in gaming? And they're basically like directors. Like they run the teams and they make sure that all the projects are managed efficiently. And that's something that, from what I've heard, Grinding Gear Games does lack. They're very, blasé. Like they just don't have meetings. They just say, you want to implement this? Yeah, go implement it. Go for it. And it sounds like they're trying to get a lot more structured from what Jonathan is saying, where they're meeting dates, they're locking dates, not features, right? But I think they want to lock as many features as possible, right? And to do that,
they obviously
go for it.
Sorry, they obviously play their game, right? Like you hear it when they release the news to you, like when they're So of course they want to get as many features in as they want. Like asynchronous trading, like bring that shit all over the place because that's fantastic, right? It's like if we didn't get that feature, what a different experience this is, right? So date locking and then we sneak it in. I don't mind that. Is that a deal breaker for anybody? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. No, get it in there. Yeah. Right? Come on now.
That was a shocker.
I know, right?
That was a shocker, man. I think that has changed the game so positively for me and so many others. How have you dealt with like the trade? Is it basically just a win?
It's just a win because like I try to force myself to use the old method, but then you don't get the reply, and you just have this feeling. You're like, I resonate with the decision, like, okay. And so unfortunately, people don't like the fact that you got to wait till you complete Act 4 and then you got to spend the gold. But if it's a nice way to erode the bot problem, you can't really ever solve this that I've ever seen in the ARPG genre. But if you can attack that problem like with gold currency or making the bot have to run the campaign so that it gets to Act 4 to have access or something like that, I guess I can appreciate that as a beginning point instead of nothing. So everybody I shouldn't say everybody. A vast majority of individuals that I collaborate with and talk to, they all like it. We all like it. Yeah. I'm not sure that there's a problem other than the fact that you put something in and you screwed yourself on the price, which I heard your story. It's like, that happens though. Like that's your life lesson. Don't do that again, right?
Dude, but I love them. Those moments are great because you will remember that. I love moments when I mess up in games because those stick with you. It's cool.
So I totally put a pair of dumb level 81. I level 81 exceptional boots, 2 socket in my merch tab, and it's like bam, 1 divine. Okay, so suddenly there's 12 new friends that suddenly bought my boots. I was like, well, that's a problem. Like, guess I just lost out. But I don't care because I'll go find more divs. Like I'll go find that item again. I grind the game, so it's not a problem. But that's the lesson. Should have looked it up. Right. So love it a lot. Yeah, big W.
Yeah, the mistakes, they're as memorable as some of the greatest successes, I feel. So I'll always remember that. All the people storming my hideout, and it just hits you, right? And you're like, dang.
Because you'll learn a lot more from a loss than you will from a win. Oh, right? Yeah. You just always, you always will. Yeah.
Memorable. Also great content. Would not trade the content, or I would trade the content for the 9 divs, though, because I need those divs for my build, so I would. I'm curious.
DM me after this. DM me after.
No, it's okay. I've asked everybody this since the merchant feature has been added to the game. We have On. She's the merchant right now. Do you have any NPC idea that they could sell for MTX or that you think would be cool to be a trader, shopkeeper, merchant in your hideout?
Not really. I haven't really given that much thought. I'm sorry to give you a lame answer here. Not so much. I mean, there's things I want in the game from NPCs, but not for an MTX. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure what I'd like. I'm pretty happy with I'm pretty vanilla here. I'm pretty happy with that. Like, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, that's fine. No. That's fine. Nope. I have all these crazy. I think the goblins, the goblin band. I think a goblin merchant trio would be pretty cool, right?
It'd be kind of cool. Okay, so what if like you sell something in your hideout, you hear like trumpets play, like it's just, a sale or something, or like a big bat. Like if they could somehow detect asynchronously what the market average was and you sold it, sad trombone. It's like, is that what you mean?
Yes,
is that what you mean? Something
that would be so cool. Yes,
all right,
that'd be awesome. Yeah, someone taunting you if you sell it. Like 900% below market value.
Like, oh my God. They must know that though, right? Like they must know that data and they could just fire off a command if this is met. They must know that, right?
I think before, probably not, but they actually recently hired a statistician into their team, so they've been able to leverage all these basically statistics and all these like different, I'm guessing, economic forces that occur in the game and report on it. So it's like what led to them finding out volatile plants were actually an issue and not just a very large vocal minority complaining on the forums, right? Which is cool.
Yeah, that's good to know. Like this company's sick. Like I'm so glad I played their game. Like it's awesome. I just recently, by the way, we're talking yesterday, 41. Let me remind you, I had no idea what the hell glazing meant. I had no idea what that is, but I have no problem. I have adoration for people that successfully deploy something I enjoy. Sorry if that bothers you. I like this a lot. I've played other games where it let me down, like a Diablo 4 lately. I haven't played that in 4 seasons. As of the time of this podcast, it comes out tomorrow, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to touch it. And I grew up with that franchise, so I know what it feels like to be kind of left out at sea, going like, is this game for me anymore? Like, What happened? Path of Exile happened. It's like it's so paradigm shifting that I don't know. I don't have the answer. But yeah. And I'm not glazing it. I love what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. It's two points on that. One, yeah, and it's crazy. It's just an early access, and I do feel as though it is paradigm shifting, right? The foundation of the game is just so solid. So many people are loving it, and it's missing so much. That is a testament to how well they're doing. And yes, maybe we're glazing, right? By the way, okay, Barricade. Okay. I didn't know what glazing was either until my chat was spammed with. It was after like a Jonathan Rogers interview. Somebody rated me, and they were spamming like glazing the entire rating party. Had no idea what it meant. I just thought, okay, it means like complimenting, right? And then I go off after stream and I look and it's all this terrible Urban Dictionary term, and I'm like, what the heck, guys? Like, what is going on? What was your reaction when you learned what glazing meant? Do you have any reactions?
I'm pretty dismissive of that bullshit because I'm a pretty positive guy. And if I meet somebody who's literally changing my life, like I did when I met Brent Gibson when he made the expansion for Diablo 4, who without Brent Gibson remaking with Vicarious Visions Diablo 2 Resurrected, I shook that man's hand and I said, thanks for changing my life, because that guy allowed me to go full-time content creator guy. So without Brent Gibson and his company, I can't have the life I have. So if that's glazing because I actually have a good time and I get a chance to interface with the people working on the thing that I really love in my life playing, too fucking bad. Like, I really love this. Sorry if that bothers you. Sorry you don't feel the same way, but stick around the energy. Maybe you will, and you'll understand why instead of just being dismissive. I really don't put a lot of time in negative energy, man. Life's too short. Life's too precious. We appreciate the time we have. We make the most of the time we have. And in dealing with other people's comments like that, I got no time for that shit. And I'd recommend, like, you probably have, you've got content creator armor now, right? You don't listen to that
now.
Shit.
I do. I did not before. Jesus, man.
In the beginning, it's tough, right? In the beginning, you're like,
tough.
I was talking to Rax Xanax, right? So Ryan's like, oh, you got what? He calls it the one guy. You got that one fucking guy makes that one piercing dagger go right through that level of armor. It's like, you know what? Nah. Balor made you a good point, right? I don't take that guy's opinion to heart because I don't need his criticism. Like, I don't need it. I'm not looking for that. So it was a great point. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So no.
You're bang on point, dude. And you're right. In the beginning, jeez, is it hard, dude? When you see,
how long did it take you?
It's not. Oh, it took me until I think probably, I'd say about 4 months ago, 5 months ago, to finally just be like, what
recent.
the hell? Yeah, recent. Yeah, because, well, what happened was my content really blew up with the launch of PoE2. Like the month before, essentially, I think we went from like 18,000 to like 50,000 in like a month or something. It was like crazy. It was just a poof, flying up, and it was a lot more attention. And it wasn't the one guy thing. It was just. It was hundreds of guys, and it's like, oh my god, this is so much. But you know, at this point, it is, you know, one guy, right, who will come in amidst the sea of people having a good time, and at this point, totally just washing off my back. But it took a bit. 100%.
That's normal, right? Like, that's normal. That's how that's going to be. It doesn't feel nice to have those comments, but eventually you got to see the people you're doing it for and who really gets it. And it's so great, but you can't help everybody. You can't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I have a non-PoE2 question that I wanted to bring into here. So you have a 21-year-old daughter. She's not into PoE2. Did you introduce her to gaming when she was younger? I'm curious because I'm about to introduce one of my kids to gaming, and I'm curious how you did that with your kids and how other parents might do it with theirs.
You know, I think parenting is I could give you generic advice, but it's a different household, right? So into gaming and stuff, I grew up playing. We have to go back to the origin, just a little bit of a diatribe, and then I'll give it to you. So
Go for it.
I grew up in a pretty there's an abusive household, a lot of alcoholism, a lot of like mental, verbal, physical abuse. So for me, my out in life with me and my brother was leaving the home and going to play Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering was our go to the local hobby shop, sling some cards, have a good time. We did this for years, until we started getting into like the digital realm with like Super Mario Brothers and like the PlayStation 2 and all that jazz and stuff. So that's how I got into gaming. And so when I finally had my daughter at an age where we could like collaborate on our interests and stuff, it was, let's sit down on the couch, play some age appropriate games and see what's up. And then a lot of like Minecraft was the shit. Like we were building our neighborhood in Minecraft, and it was an easy game, popcorn there, we're having a good time. And then I tried to bring her out to the card store to play some Pokemon, into Magic, because it all kind of is the same. And eventually it just stuck with her. She games, just not the games that dad plays, but she went more the art route. So if you're raising your kid, your child, right, you're the next generation of success for you, I would just recommend that you like, don't just send them off on the device, but be present. Make those fun moments. Like, don't just make all the decisions. Watch them learn, watch them fail, watch them solve that puzzle. Let the brain develop and figure it out, but just be there. And like one piece of advice, it's not so much like a direct answer to your question, but I tell all these dads, I got a lot of dads in the community now because they're awesome. Like they weren't before, they are now. I've been streaming for 4 years, but full time. It's been such a beautiful thing to watch the community grow. These guys, I'm like, take a photo with your kid once a week. And then at the end, like you'll have this flip book of all these moments. It's like, because the mind's going to go a bit. It's like, but you'll have that library of like life and love that you could look at. It's so wonderful. So what game? Minecraft's pretty safe. I think that's pretty okay. And whatever snacks you want, depending on how healthy you want to be, right? So Cheetos if you're into it, whatever. So yeah. What are you doing with yours?
Beautiful answer. And I think that I'm going to try. We were going to do Mario Kart, but my wife made a great point that it's a little more complex than something like Mario Bros on the Switch. Because Mario Bros, you're just moving left to right and jumping, right? So you can do some easy levels and kind of explain to her, okay, so you just press this and you go up and you got to dodge those guys on the screen right there, and we got to collect the coins and we can race each other. And look, I'm the guy with the green hat. You're the guy with the red hat. You're Mario. I'm Luigi. It's much simpler than you're racing against 12 other people on a racetrack and you got to use all these powers. Yeah, she's totally making a great point, right? So I think at this point, because she can play basic card games with us, I think she'll be able to do it. So I'm very, very excited.
We did ours that I kind of got into, like, it's a weird thing. You get into it with your kids, and it's like you kind of, if you have the addictive personality like I do, you kind of get into it more, and that sucks. And so the game was Skylanders. You ever hear of Skylanders?
No, Skylanders.
Okay, so Skylanders, you literally buy these action figures, and you can plug it into your Xbox or whatever, and then you're playing the game of Skylanders. You're going through levels, and you have basically the action figures you buy, you put them on a portal, they spawn in, and that's your champion. You guys can do PvP, fun stuff. And so what we ended up doing was like more actually fighting with the figurines in real life instead of like the thing, because we had the crazy imaginations, right? And so it was cool to blend that. And so when my daughter would have her friends over, it's like they would actually just play the game, but she was kind of good at it because we would play and stuff. And anyway, it was just so Skylanders was sick, and then I ended up just giving it all away to like a donation store because you got to move on. But it's it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But Skylanders slaps.
The picture point is a great one too, especially guys, we all have such easy access to pictures. Take pictures with your phones. Just do it. Do it. So worthwhile. Dude, I feel a little bit bad about my second child. I don't think we take as many pictures. I realize I flip through and I see like tens of thousands of pictures with my first daughter, and then only thousands of pictures. And I'm like,
isn't that how that goes? God. I was the second child. I didn't expect much. It's fine.
I feel so bad every time. So I tell myself,
totally planned.
More pictures, more pictures. And that's why this weekend, like all the pictures were with my youngest at the museum and everything. I was like, gotta more.
Just use AI, man. Just help yourself out.
Another great point though, the mind goes. Dude, I have such a poor memory of my early childhood years, and apparently that's not the case for a lot of people I know. They vividly remember like 3 to But I think I just have a terrible memory because I can't remember that time at all, really. And my mom has lots of pictures, and that's so wonderful being able to go back and look through her scrapbooks and just watch me progress, because I don't remember those times, and it makes her so sad every time I say that.
That's pretty strange, because most people, like, the childhood years makes you kind of who you are, right? That's kind of
I had a good childhood. I know I had a great childhood. Like,
I can tell by talking to you. Yeah, you got great parents. I can tell. Yeah.
I had excellent parents, and I like remember the strokes, right? But if someone's like, "Oh, you remember your birthday party when you turned 7 years old and Andrew came," and I'm like, no, I don't quite remember that, and, you know. But the broad strokes I do remember. So, but the pictures, they help you place the memories, you know. So when we have unprecedented levels of being able to record memories, got to use them, guys. Leverage those tools.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That's great. Yeah. Now you mentioned right there in your story that you've been doing content creation for 4 years full time. Were you doing content creation before that, and tell us the journey of how you got into it? I'm very curious.
What a piece of shit I was. I'll tell you. Okay, so here's the thing. So okay, here we go. So I started off on Twitch. This would have been like, let me see, 8 years ago, and I was streaming Magic the Gathering under the URL was like MTG Blogger, Magic the Gathering Blogger. Blogging was big back then. Before I go any further, like, do you know anything about Magic the Gathering? Should I just go like really easy with this?
I played it for the first time about 6 months ago and bought a commander deck immediately after.
All right.
So,
okay. So
very beginner.
Forest, mountains. Okay, that's great. Okay. So I was streaming to people like yourself who are like aspirational people that might want to get into it, right? And so just like I do with Path of Exile and anything I do now, I always had like this Magic the Gathering, here's what we're going to play for the weekend so you'll be successful. And I would stream 3 days a week, and maybe 4 sometimes, to 10 people. And it was that way for 7 years. I made $3,000 in like 7 years streaming on Twitch, which isn't much to support anything, but it wasn't enough to stop me from like chasing the dream of streaming. I would always be working, like, I'm a graphic design guy, I've been doing that my whole life. And so when I was working graphic design, I always had like another tab up. I had that quick tab, you know, someone comes in the office, boom, it's tab, alt tab. What's up, buddy? How can I help you, right? Because I was just into video games. I'm just in the world. And it's like, I could do that. I could stream to people. I could try that job. It seems like I'd love to do that job, right? Mm-hmm. And it just never hit. It just never ever worked out for me. Nobody cared about I had good production. I just didn't do it. And I think I learned why. I learned not how to stream for 7 years. What I did wrong, and this goes to anybody who wants to, any advice I could give you: be honest, be genuine, take the hate, take the comments, and just learn from that shit. I would be the guy going like, "Hey everybody, welcome to mtgblogger.com. Today we're going to talk." What the fuck is that voice? Who is that guy? I was being somebody I thought they wanted to see, and it's so disingenuous. And like, I'm so happy I'm not that anymore. I'm just me now. And so for 7 years, I stopped being fake. And I just put myself out there. And so Diablo 2 Resurrected gets made. And I grew up playing Diablo Lord of Destruction because it was a great way to get out of the house and all the chaos that environment was that we talked about earlier. And so I kind of had some knowledge about this game. And I said, I'm going to fire this game up. Let's give it a shot. Went onto Twitch with the username MTG Blogger. Made no sense that I'm in Diablo with that name. Makes no sense. Like, you're Talkative, try doing podcast. That works. So I'm doing this, right? And then it hits. And then you can see the metrics. If you go to like Twitch Tracker, you'll just see it just starts catching fire. And I said, holy shit. If this keeps up, I'd be willing to take the jump off the edge and see if I can fly. I will try this. The community says they've got my back on this. I'm gonna fucking do it. And I said, at that point, I was already working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And then this might sound familiar to you. And then I would work 3 to 4 days a week on top of that. From 7 o'clock, I would start getting the stream ready. I go live at 8 until 2 a.m. And I would do full-time job with that schedule for a year. And I said, most people say that at 6 months, if they're successful, they stop their main job and they try it. I said, I'm going to do this for 12 months. If the community is that sincere and I'm sincere, if we're both trying, then we're going to go. And I took the leap after a year, and I've never looked back. And I've been a full-time content creator on Twitch partner, YouTube partner, Diablo partner since. And it's only because of the generosity of others that I have the privilege to produce the content that I do for those that enjoy it. And that's my story so far. And so from Diablo 2 to Diablo 4 to Path of Exile 1 to Diablo 4 to Path of Exile fucking 2, the crusade continues in a positive way, bringing people together so they can enjoy life for a little bit. That's my story. That's who you're watching. That's who you're talking to. So yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah, man! Congratulations, and thank you for practicing what you preach.
I think you're not that far. You need to hear that. You are. I don't know much about you because we're just talking, but you should do this. Like, can I ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
If you believe in what you're doing, the product you're putting out of the podcast and who you are as a person and the great dad, the father, and all this jazz, don't you think that like if you believe in yourself and we believe in you, go. Why aren't you doing that yet, man? Is it a what's the deal? You tell me. You go ahead.
It's literally one thing stopping me. And it's my kids and the need to have health insurance for them. I've ran the numbers.
Yep.
It is so expensive where I live. So I would need to have made a stupendous amount more than I have. Not stupendous, but a substantial amount more than I'm making now.
I respect it.
To have them be secure. I don't, because I've had like sickness in my family and not disaster, but like medical disaster, I guess, in my family. Sure. And where I live, if any of that happened and we wouldn't be able to pay for it, or if we would go under, right, because I wasn't insured, it could like ruin everything. So that's literally the only reason. If I was able to purchase the private, I fully believe in myself. The community has been so generous. I see so many people that would love to do that. I think I'd do a killer job. I think I would be kind of like you, inspiring people to really be genuine, because that is so important in today's era where everybody, not everybody, but a good chunk of people online are not genuine. They're not genuine. They're living fake lives online, okay? And they're making everything look like sunshine and rainbows and unicorns, or they're intentionally stoking flames, okay? It's like the two opposites, right? It's like, everything is terrible, everything is horrible, or it's like, no, everything is fantastic, I'm living in heaven, this is beautiful, right? It's like that. No, just be yourself, be honest, like you said, take the fire, take the good, take the bad, take it all, and just live it out. It's great.
It's that juxtaposition, man. It's like, okay, so like, I'm not going to pry, and I don't mean to, so we're not going to do that. Financially, I totally get it. Other than that, man, do not let that spark dwindle. Chase that shit, because our community in the ARPG genre, I'm speaking like, I'm not the representative. I love what you bring to it. You get to bring people together like myself and others, so we get to learn a little bit more about the person behind just the broadcast, and it's important. And I know that shit takes work, because I did that shit for a whole year. So just keep pushing, just keep pushing, and I can't wait to see the news. So
I appreciate it. That's the plan. I took a little break. Stupid medical stuff. Luckily, there was nothing wrong. Oh, scary there though. MRI is terrifying. It's truly terrifying. Also expensive. Yeah. Very expensive, even with insurance. Oh my gosh, $1,000 after insurance. Jeez, man. Took a little break, but back at it, and I know, it's medical stuff is very expensive. So I don't intend on stopping. As long as I can keep burning the candle at both ends and juggle everything appropriately, I'm gonna keep going. Right? You got to do it. Sometimes you just got to grind, just like in ARPGs. You just got to grind in real life, and it will pay off at the end of the day. Okay, right?
If you love what you do, the grind's not nearly as difficult. But you have to love what you do, man. Like my thing. Just on the last little footnote here is, I can't even imagine the world, because I'm like strict as fuck. I say I go live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I have human beings in my community ready to go to be first in chat. I am there at 4. Like, I tell you I'm there, unless like, some shit's going down, I am there. Imagine that human in their daily activity is ready to go with you, and you're not there to let them down. What a shit feeling that is. I cannot have that. That is not okay. They deserve better, right? So we just go, we grind. Exactly right. Hell yeah, that's what we do.
Yep. On the dot.
Get some, Yep.
That's why I felt freaking terrible when I canceled our podcast last week. I was like,
dude, we were two ships sailing in the night. I'm like, that's fine. It's gonna happen eventually, right? Like, yeah, it has to.
It did. It just took 1 week later. 1 week later. It's
gotta work.
I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we are closing in on an hour here, and people are going to be like, this isn't a Path of Exile 2 podcast. I don't care. I got you this far, guys. It's really good. Okay. So I want to hear from you two things. Okay. First, we got you know what? One more non-Path of Exile 2 thing, because I've seen a few people talk about it in chat, and I got to bring it up. Okay.
Sure. What do you got?
You apparently have the most fascinating water cooling system for your rig. Could you explain your water cooling? I hope this isn't a joke. What's your water cooling for your PC?
Yeah, that's fine. What's your next question?
Wait, what?
What's that? What's your next question? What do you have?
You don't want to talk about your water cooler?
There's nothing to talk about. There's no fruit there. There's no content in that conversation.
Did I get trolled in chat? Oh my god. I actually got trolled.
So here's the deal. If something happened, I don't do water cooling. I spilt water on my shit, and it currently has unfortunately diminished the performance of my gaming system. So that's all. I was just, as you can probably tell, I'm an animated guy, and I was like talking with my hands, and my hands you do, and I slapped this thing, and it's all good until it's not. The whole stream goes down. It's just brutal, and I'm like, holy shit, and I'm like on my phone, guys, it's all good, guys, it's not good. I can't get this to go. Holy shit, and we're having a good time. We're talking about, I don't even know, like retro games and shit, like just really vibing, right? And then it's just pull the cord. What the fuck? It's like, come on, man. So now I got a lid, and it's good.
Hell yeah, lids are important, man. No, that's good.
I'm 40 years old, and I can't handle a cup, so that's pretty sick.
It's only a matter of time. It's going to happen to all of us, man, okay? It's okay. I expect it to happen to me one day. I'm the same way. I get very animated and everything. When you stand, too, something just, like when I'm at work, and when I'm in meetings, I am emoting so much, people are like, holy shit, calm down, dude. Calm down. It's like, I can't.
I get that my whole life. Okay, so I've got ADHD. It helps me so much in this job. I can play a game, keep up with 60 messages a minute on 2 platforms. I can watch my OBS, and I'm thinking of the next thing to talk about. I love that.
There you go.
I don't think everybody resonates with that, but that's who I am, you know? And sometimes that makes that fucking cup hit the wall accidentally, and it's like, that's a consequence.
100%, man. This is the @Zeri thing with Jazzrus all over again. You guys tricking me in the chat to ask him about the PC cooling. Oh my gosh. Okay, my next question. Okay.
Yes.
0.4, next patch for Path of Exile 2. Probably coming in December, okay? I think it's going to be a pretty juicy one. What are you most looking forward to in that patch? What do you think is going to come? And what are you excited about?
I think Druid or else we riot.
Agreed.
I think it's pretty insane when Mark says, like, we don't even have a sword yet. Would love a sword. I'd love to attack like Geonor does on any class. That'd be kind of sick. So what am I most looking forward to? The rest of what's promised is what I'm looking forward to, right? Just the other classes. I'm a big Paladin guy. Give me Templar, give me a flail, let me twirl it and like move forward and see what the game's got to offer as a retaliation to that. I just love that. So I'm looking forward to everything, and I just can't wait for it. Like all that stuff. Yeah. All the extra monsters in the subzones, all the models complete, the animations, which I agree with you. It's likely the WASD Druid movement that's kind of holding them back a bit. But once they get that down, I believe the company will execute pretty well. That's what I'm looking forward to. What about you?
Yeah, what do you? I mean, the number one thing for me is the Druid. I've been hyped beyond belief ever since they dropped the first teaser in 2023. Barricade. I was like, wow, we're gonna get the Druid soon. Releases next year. Oh, it's so good. No, not happening. Not happening. We're extending that out. I've been excited for that. Ugh, I really wanted to come to the game.
I was playing Druid in Diablo 2, like Lord of Destruction comes out, Assassin opening, you know, like all this jazz. Druid comes out, sick. And then you get Diablo 4's Druid, which is like big, bulky, you know, big guy slap. It's okay. Then you see the PoE 2 Druid. Holy Shinto. Like, look at that movement. Like, these guys animate like a mother. It's like, look, that's sick. I want that. And then the idea, though, whatever you play with your brother, you're the Druid, he's the Chad. He's walking around your volcanic fissures. You guys are blowing shit up together, and it's sick. It's like that union of power is so fun, man. Like, I love that. That's gonna be awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah,
stoked.
I think we're in agreement there. It's just like the addition of more classes and especially the Druid. But yeah, I think you're right. Swords like Geonor, the ability, like the slashes, the bringing down of the ice, all that, the
like,
stab,
sword right at,
like the sword charge, like it's gonna be so good.
Like imagine if you were like, instead of putting down the ice walls that he does, you put down flame walls and you smash that and ignite everything. Like that would be visually beautiful, right? Then do like Zarok spell echo and boom. It's like, and who knows, right? Who knows? It could be sick.
What do you think the odds of them getting 2 classes in 0.4 are? Do you think they're pretty high or low? Because I see a lot of debate on this, like, oh, the Druid was right there, so they probably can fit another class in, or do you think that they're just going to all out on one class?
So, like, what do we have left to really fix so the community's happy? We have to fix melee at some point because it feels like kind of behind compared to range and stuff, in my opinion. We got to get that Druid out because we all need that. Towers in the end game, the Atlas, I think they got to fix whatever they're going to do there. Like, that's the early iteration for the game, but the game's been out long enough now. What do you got for phase 2, in my opinion? Would love to see that. Can they wedge in another class in that? They already have the model. They already have the weapon bases. They may already have the attacks. We know they're borrowing stuff from PoE 1 assets. So if they have to kind of shim it in, do I think we're going to get it? I try not to speculate. I would hope so. Fingers crossed real tight. Druid for sure. Shadow, hell yeah, give me that mobility so I can dash on Shadow. Like when that's in this game,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, let's go.
We got 5 more classes to go, guys. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All the ascendancy classes, all the extra ones. It's gonna be very, very fun. Okay, I always ask this question to everybody.
Okay.
So I'm curious what your thoughts are, Barricade. If you were Jonathan, if you were Mark, if you had the director's hat and you could design a league or a mechanic for Path of Exile 2, what would it be? Complete creative freedom, as much or as little as possible.
This one doesn't hit as many people, but there's something that the ARPG genre desperately needs since Diablo 2, and that is a player versus player scene. And so I've always had this idea where it's like a Colosseum, okay? Like a Rayclassian Colosseum. Rayclassian, we'll make it work. Okay, Rayclassian Colosseum. So imagine you traverse to this place with your guild. Okay, you guys sign up as guild champions. You're representing your guild. You guys fight. Players don't even know who the teams are. They can bet on the fights on their champions using divs, exalts, chaos, whatever. And if they win, they get some of that back. And so I imagine this gladiator arena where I go deep on this. So like this gladiatorial system where PvP is now brought into Path of Exile 2 with its fun content. It's got to have balance or it's going to suck. So you're fighting. Me and you are fighting. It's cool. Your team wins. Okay. You win the final round of like this month. This is this month's thing. Grinding Gear Games sends you a ticket, physically sends you one. They're flying your ass out to ExileCon, as well as all the other 12 champions for the month where you guys fight together and there's one overarching champion. When you're found, when that happens in real life, we all get a cosmetic, an MTX in game because that's done. You do this for enough times, eventually this is grand champion. And if you guys get like together over time, something else happens. You guys have to get these shards, put them together. We all get a weapon cosmetic or something. I want this union of digital to the real world coming together that way. I think that would be so sick. I would love to watch that. I would attend that. I would support my team on that. Yeah. That'd be awesome. What do you think of that?
I think that's a really compelling idea because I didn't play a ton of Diablo 2, but I've read quite a bit about it. I've watched like video essays, and that's something that's always been touched upon, that it had a very active and still active to this day PvP scene. And no other ARPG has been able to replicate that. I think they tried to do that with Diablo 4 and the Terror Zones or whatever those places are called, but it didn't really work. I don't even see people talking about that. In Diablo 2, though, like what really made PvP a thing? Where they're not like you die or you kill or get killed instantly? Were there actually like matches and everything? Like it was
so like there was never really an official scene for it, but the community loved it so much that they developed their own like underground scene, right? And so the cool thing about PvP, let's talk about how it might affect actually Path of Exile 2 if we can. So right now you're finding gear to beat the game's content, PvE, but in a player versus player scenario, you might go up against somebody like me who's on a spark character, right? I deal physical damage or lightning damage. You're now going to go play the game to find lightning resist gear or lightning absorbing gear, if that even exists, so that you can like flip the coin on its head sort of thing. So it allows for the itemization hunt to be even that much more exquisite because now you have to dynamically change your character. Like PvP is not static, right? Things are always changing.
Yeah.
And so you have to find gear to sort of accent the encounter you might walk into. And that is just it's a very fun thing as well, but it is a lot of rock, paper, scissors. Like a paladin that's using a certain skill will likely die to a druid using this setup. It's just how it is. And you learn more about the game and the mechanics of combat through that. So if we got some of that in for the people that like ARPG PvP, there's not a game that's serving that need yet. And so that's a big one that I think could be great. But multiplayer needs a massive review, like a huge magnifying glass to fix multiplayer. You asked me for one, that's the primary one, but multiplayer, I could go on for another 2 hours about that, which we won't. But
yeah, my brother totally agrees with you. He thinks that it's such an untapped well of potential. If they really leaned into making the multiplayer experience better when it comes to just visual clarity, combo-based gameplay, maybe more unique items or more nodes on the passive tree that really leaned into it, that so many more of his friends would play. And he just knows that this is just a great market that GGG and D4 and Last Epoch, none of the ARPGs are really tapping into. And with a game this modern and with this level of customization, it probably, the graphics, the animations, like it all looks so good. It would probably capture so many people in a very different way too. So
It's how I started my streaming career, man. There was nobody in Diablo 2 category playing with viewers, community members. I said, okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to start hosting runs together. I'm going to bring people together. I struggle with this in Path of Exile 1 and 2 because of the visual density. There's not a great answer. Like people talk about an opacity slider for skills, but then you don't know where to put your flame wall when I shoot my frost bolt through it. So that doesn't solve it. So I came up with an idea where you would like push back the visual density, like lower the amount somehow, but then put another overlay on it, just like Fortnite does. They do a great job at it. It's vibrant, it's fantastic. But you can see these little heads-up display items that appear. There's an explosion here. There's a guy over here. Like you can see it. It gives you clarity, right? So maybe, I don't know. I don't have the answer. These guys are really good at their job. I can't wait to see what they come up with, but I think we all agree it's a problem, right?
100%. Oh, it is. It is. Even in single-player gameplay sometimes, bro. All right, Barricade. Man, did you have anything else you wanted to chat about here today?
How do you balance, as a guy who does this, I know what my balancing was to try to get through the workload, the extra work you want to do, the aspirational work you aim to do as a full-time job, your family, right? What advice do you give to somebody who wants to get in the podcasting space doing a similar role? Like with what you know now, what do you hand off as knowledge to the up-and-coming mini triceratops out there of the world that want to stampede through the content creation universe? What do you tell them?
Thank you. Strictly regiment your time. That's all I did. So just make sure that when you have something that you want to accomplish, you set out time aside to do it, and you strictly work at that task. You don't have YouTube up on monitor 2, Reddit up on monitor 3, and your primary task on monitor 1, because you're going to flip to 2 and 3, and you're not going to finish that primary task. I see so many people fall into that mistake. I think it's called doom scrolling right now. People will doom scroll, and they'll just not get that primary task done. You cannot do that. You have to treat it, yes, like a real job, and you have to be very efficient and effective with it, or you will not succeed. That is what I do. When I am not streaming, I try to be as efficient as possible. I don't surf Reddit. I don't go on Twitter. I don't watch a bunch of YouTube videos. If I'm editing, I'm editing. If I'm writing a script, I'm writing a script. If I'm recording a video, I'm going to record that video in one freaking go, and I'm going to be done with that video that night.
I'm so terrible with that. My YouTube videos are multi-takes. My live stuff's good, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. It's a great point. Yeah.
And I think that's the number one piece of advice, because that's people's attention pulled in so many different directions. If you want to, if you're trying to accomplish something, you have to fully focus on that task. None of this, I'll work at it for 15 minutes and then take a 5-minute break, because the 5-minute break becomes a 20-minute break, right? And then you're setting yourself so far behind. I think that's the number one thing. That's in my opinion.
A disciplined man is a very educated man. Good for you.
You got to be disciplined, very much so. And if you're into podcasting, just reach out to people. I think if you want to ever chat with other people, you just got to reach out, okay? My thing that I said to other creators, right? I reached out to GGG when I was at 5,000 subs. I don't know if it contributed to me getting that first interview with them. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But I wasn't even at 10K subs when they reached out and said, hey, Jonathan is keen on talking to you. Maybe that one email, that very professional, respectful email that was information dense, did it. Maybe it didn't, and it was just random chance. But if you're just respectful and professional and disciplined, you'll go a long way. A lot of other people are not like that. So yeah, that's it.
Gotta appreciate the candor. It's so honest. Yeah, good for you, man. Right on.
All right.
That's all I had. That's all I had for you. Yeah.
Okay, dude, this was awesome. Thanks for bringing the high energy to the pod so late at night. Everybody in the live chat and watching the VOD, all the Barricade stuff will be in the description below. Streams on Twitch every day starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. Every day.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Boom, there you go. 4 p.m. Eastern time goes live. Also, the YouTube channel will be in the description below too. Barricade, man, it's been so great. We'll have to have you on again, 04 and beyond.
Thank you. Glad we did this. Thank you very much, everybody.
100%. Have a fantastic night, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
See you later, guys.